Introducing the new Heritage series from Mustad. Our heritage, your legacy. Okay, we'll start with the Mustad Heritage. This is an S80AP, heavy wet, size 10. We'll need some extra fine lead wire, just a small bit. I want about 10 wraps of this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Break that off. I want to put this a little ways back from the hook eye because we want enough room to finish it. I have sheer brown 40/0 tying thread. I'll attach this just at the front. Then we'll go over the lead wire. Put a stopper at the back. Then we remove that tag end of the tying thread, and we need that, so put that to one side. We'll just go over that lead wire again, spin our tying thread anti-clockwise so we get a flat profile. That makes it easier to purchase the wire. We'll go back a wee ways to there. So what we need now are some Fibbet tails, black, 3. One's a little longer than the others there. That'll do us. So these want to be, I like to make these about the same length as the hook shank. So I'll just tack those in, put them on top of the hook shank, check the length. A bit too long, get them the right length, that'll do me fine. Flatten my tying thread again. Go back. Up over the butt ends. This will stop the tying thread going between the lead wire. Just keep that there and then go back again. Get those central. Now we take our piece of tying thread, we bring it up and just use my dubbing needle to push these tails up to open them from each other a little. Bring it in between each tail piece. We put that over the back. Now we'll just tack it in ever so slightly. There we go. Then you can see the tails are open there. We can tighten it. That'll do us. That'll keep those tails. I'll just trim that off so it doesn't get in the way. That'll keep those tails in the correct position. We'll just go over that tying thread loop. We'll go up over the body, the abdomen and the thorax. Now we can come up, trim these off. This is hence the name, the Ubiquitous. This is a nymph I use all year round, and it's a cracking little nymph, works just about anywhere for anything. And just pull that loop in like so. I want a little taper on the body here just so I get the right shape. Okay, we turn the vice that way. And what we need is a little oval gold tinsel, and we want to tie this in the length of the whole hook shank and do it on the side of the hook. Go back into the tail here like so, and then we can go up, move that over like so, go up here a little too long, so we just trim off a wee bit of that, forward and then back into the tail base. That'll do us nicely. There we are, perfect. Then we need some hare's ear dubbing. If you can have a look at my video on how to make this. This is super fine hare's ear dubbing. Then we need to spin our tying thread anti-clockwise so we can get a flat profile. So we can split it like so. We need a little wax on there, and then some hare's ear dubbing. Don't worry about getting too much in here because we can thin that out. We want this as spiky as possible. I use the 3 top trout elements in this pattern: hare's ear dubbing, pheasant tail and peacock herl. Just put that in there like that, then we can spin that up, spin our bobbin clockwise so we get a nice spiky dubbing. Just move that up a little bit, spread it out, there we go. That's excellent. You see how spiky that is. And then we can come around the tail base I want to do about half the hook shank length for the abdomen. Pull out the longer hairs. Then we can take our gold rib, I'll tie that off. I'll reverse my tying thread, tie that off on the underside of the hook shank. I'm going to remove that. And we can just pick out these fibres. In between. That's looking good. Then what we need is some nice long cock pheasant tail fibres. Want to even the tips up like that, generally speaking. And then we'll go right forward in our tying thread and we'll tie these in quite long, do it over the, oops, pulled them back there, tie them in again, quite long like that, then we go up, over the thorax, like so, tight into the thorax, spreading out the pheasant tail at the top. That'll do us nicely. Good. Then we need some peacock herl, a couple of strands. You see on peacock herl you get this quill at the base, so it's best to trim that off a couple of centimetres off the base. So we just tie this in now. Wax my thread a little. There we are. And then I'll take my peacock herl and we'll just wrap the thorax. Come up there with it. Go over a few times and then I like to bend it over. And a few times more, and just remove that. Now we need to split our pheasant tail for the legs, about half and half if you can. You don't have to be exact amounts on each side, and bend that side back first and a couple of turns, and then we'll fold this side back and a couple of turns just to hold the legs in position. Then we'll take our thorax, our wing case, a little bit of wax again, try and get the fibres straight. You can run a little comb through them if you wish. Sorry about my telephone peeping there. And we'll just tack those in. Try and keep those turns, initial turns, into the thorax, because we're going to trim these off now, and it's nice to have a little bit of room to tie them off. So we start at the hook eye, work our way up. A wee bit of wax, a whip finisher, give it one more, there we are. Remove our tying thread, and that's the finished Ubiquitous. Got a little bit of wax there. That's the finished Ubiquitous. If you enjoy the videos, please like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.